In any learning process, you have something called as a forgetfulness curve, right? You forget things. So AIM also gives ample opportunities for students to practice both objective and subjective questions. And in fact, I think I should add this out here. Polity workbook had a strike rate of 80% with the CS mains. When we designed this program, we looked at what are the challenges that students are facing. I think it's the most updated exam-oriented program that the institutions are offering right now.
Welcome to today's interview segment, where we'll be discussing about the impact and experience of the Advanced Integrated Mentorship Program. Last year, Next IAS launched AIM, which is an initiative to support the students who have completed their foundation course or have attempted the examination without success. Today, we have the privilege of inviting Mr. Asif, who is the Program Director of AIM, and he has more than 10 years of experience in guiding and mentoring students. Thank you for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, ma'am. It's a privilege to be part of the interview.
So to start with, can you please give us an overview of the AIM program?
See, AIM program, I think we have already almost completed a year of the program. The program, like you said, is designed for students who have completed their foundation program or students who have appeared in the examination unsuccessfully in the past at various stages, be it prelims, be it mains. Some students have gone to the interview, but they are taking a year off to prepare.
Right.
And when we designed this program, we looked at what are the challenges that students are facing and what are the resources or what are the processes that they require. And we designed the program around those processes and resources that is required for them, right? And what we have learned is that most of the students don't have a clearly defined roadmap to achieve the goal that they have, right? And a significant number of students would spend strategizing how to go about for 3-4 months. They'll be looking at different Telegram channels, they'll be looking at different YouTube channels, they'll be looking at different things. And by the time they decide what to pursue, they would have already lost a few months. And they will be constantly dilly-dallying between one approach and another approach. Right. Second, I think one major concern that the students who are preparing for this examination has is that they do not have updated, relevant and fortified notes, right? My understanding is that good notes help you to revise multiple times. And when you revise multiple times, you are able to recollect better and you are able to solve more objective questions and write more and improved subjective questions. This is a basic funda, right? And we also believe that, see, UPSC tests you in 2 formats. One is your ability to solve objective questions and your ability to write subjective answers. And unless you practice that n number of times before the actual examination, you will not have sufficient experience in dealing with that in the examination hall.
Right.
So AIM also gives ample opportunities for students to practice both objective and subjective questions. Right. Maybe the subjective questions, they would end up writing answers on more than 1200 themes, right? And in objective questions, they would probably end up solving almost 4,000 to 5,000 questions with us itself.
Yeah, right. Which is a huge
number. Which is a huge number, right? And anybody who is able to do this much extensive practice of note making, answer writing and test solving will be better prepared in this examination.
So sir, like in the last year, there were like so many, and I think we had 2 batches for AIM. So how was the progress of the...
We had planned AIM with 1 batch in mind and the response was really good. That we were forced to start 1 more batch in August. Not that we did not want to accommodate the students. It was primarily because of the duration that was there from the start of the program to the examination. And see, the second batch was a testimony to the success, not the success, but probably the goodwill that we generated out of the first batch, where students' word of mouth brought us a lot of inquiries and a lot of people wanted to start it. So because of that, we had to start a second batch. And touchwood, so far things are good. We have been working really hard on the program and we have been giving our 100% on it.
So what is the USP of this program, sir?
In any learning process, you have something called as a forgetfulness curve, right? You forget things, right? I always think that, whenever you attend a seminar or a session, you're all hyped up, pumped up, like, you think tomorrow I'll change the world. and next day you don't remember much, right? By the time you are forgetting
within 2
everything.
days, all the motivation is gone.
Learning is like COVID shots. Like you remember COVID vaccines, right? You had a COVID vaccine, and after 3 months you had to take a booster shot. So learning is something like which should have spaced repetition of whatever you learn multiple number of times, so that you are exposed to the same content in different forms at least 7-8 times across the course duration. So AIM is designed in such a way that like we have designed the workbook questions in such a way that it comprehensively covers all aspects of the syllabus keyword, right?
So there is extensive
practice and research has gone into it, right? And in fact, I think I should add this out here. Polity workbook had a strike rate of 80% with the CS mains. That means 80% of the questions were directly from the AIM workbook. It's also because we asked almost 200 questions, right? So they were all possible permutation combination of different themes of polity.
Got the practice for all possible
themes. And I could see the gleaming faces of students in AIM that, if we had written this year's mains, we would have done really well, right? And we have done the same for every subject area. And in fact, after mains, we revamped our workbooks for IR, security, society, ethics, to align with the CS paper, right? So I think it's the most updated exam-oriented program that the institutions are offering right now. And as an institution, Next IAS has always been at the forefront of innovating processes and programs. So AIM is an intensive process. It's not about a person or it's not about a mentor. It's a process. The process is very clearly defined. We will expose you to relevant themes. We will make you make notes. We will make you write answers. We will test you again with revision tests. We will expose you to prelims questions. We will expose you to sectional prelims examinations. We will expose you to full prelims examination. We will expose you to full prelims mains examination. So almost every theme is being exposed to you 7-8 times, right? And I think if this doesn't work, nothing works.
So I was about to ask you this thing only, like once the students start with their assignments, I know like in the beginning they must be attempting all the assignments, assessment tests and everything. So are they consistent enough in taking the tests?
I think 100 students completed all our assignments. And to the extent that we knew how difficult it was, we were rewarding students with prizes and rewards at every phase when they were completing. I hope you remember we had
mugs
and flasks, and we wanted to celebrate their success in completing these assignments, because it's not easy, right? Come to think of it, right? You have to put 5 hours every day for 13 months at least consistently, and this is just the GS and SA part, and then you have to put additional time for your optional also, right? So it's not for the light-hearted. It's not going to be easy, right? I can very clearly say this after completing almost one batch, because every day, day after day, you have to get up and write assignments. Our mentors will be behind your life, right? I have heard from our students that, AIM mentors are so much pestering that, that they go behind the students to have you completed your assignments? There is reminders in the groups. Whenever a student completes an assignment, we share their assignments and assessment test performance so that others get motivated, right? So we are taking the horse to the water. We are also forcing the horse to drink the water. And as of now, I think this is the best option available for a student who has completed foundation to give a serious shot at this examination.
So sir, just now like you mentioned about the mentors. So can you just let me know what do you mean by personalized mentorship and what kind of mentors do we have in our team?
I think I should talk about the process in which we recruit the mentors. We have an elaborate written examination followed by a detailed interview. Then we have a internship period where we observe how the mentors behave and how the mentors communicate and how the mentors are passionate about the process. I think the first and foremost thing that we have looked for while having mentors in the program is that, one, they are very well prepared and they have experience at all stages of the examination, right? Second, we have also looked for mentors who are passionate to help, right? I think that is very important, right? That attitude of going beyond and above and below to help, right? I have mentors who have put in their heart and soul into each of these students. And I think I can fairly honestly say that, all of my mentors know each of their students personally. And that can only happen if that mentor's role is a dedicated role, and their primary role is to mentor the students.
Because they might be coming up with their questions not just related to the subject, but even when they feel demotivated or maybe
True. I think
any kind of support.
Mentor is a guide, right? I have been a mentor for almost 10, 12 years. I've started this in a long time, right? Because students face different challenges at different point of time. Primarily, it is an intellectual and academic challenge, but they also go through personal challenges in their life, which also wherever possible, where we can help, we support in our own ways, right?
So, sir, during this entire, I think it's almost 8 to 9 months when we started the first batch. So, what kind of challenges did you face? And
I think it was a Herculean program, because we gave almost 1,200 questions with discussions, with solutions, thousands and thousands of papers being evaluated, thousands of pages of content being developed. And first year was a challenge, because any year when you have to pull off a program from scratch, it's extremely difficult. And I can confidently say that we have provided 99% of what we have committed, right? We have gone and helped students in whatever we can. And whenever a student has suggested something constructive, we have added those things into our program, be it in the form of a value addition material or be it in the form of a feature, right? We have supported wherever we can. And it has been extremely interesting and exciting year, because I think a success of a program is not just the number of students enrolled in it, but it is about the transformation that we are able to make in the lives of the students who are preparing this examination.
The entire process is very important.
Very important. It's all about the process. It's not about a person. It's not about an institution. We have created a process which is very well thought out and very well designed, and it's meticulous and intensive, right? If you can stick to the process, I think I cannot guarantee the success. I think if there's any institution that guarantees that, you will get XYZ rank, I think that's misselling, right? We can ensure that if you follow the process, you as an individual will be able to give your best attempt possible at this examination. Outcome is not in our hand. How things will shape out, nobody knows, right? But a year from now or 2 years from now, you will probably look back and tell yourself that, this was the hardest I have worked in my life, right? And maybe 10 years from now, you will aspire that, I wish I could work as hard as I worked when I was part of it.
Yeah, they must be happy seeing their own progress.
Right. So I have a lot of students who have come and said that, when they started the exam program, they were not confident about their ability to crack this examination. That confidence that we were able to build in these students by exposing them to themes, answer writing, note making, test solving, and the hand holding that we have provided. I think that's the biggest achievement that AIM as a program has.
Right. So what made you come up with this program, AIM?
I think I have been working in the test series space for the last more than 10 years.
Okay.
This year will be my 10th or 11th mains examination. And I think every year we notice that the exam has gotten more and more competitive, right? What worked 5 years ago or what worked 10 years ago, and even what worked 2 years ago won't work now. And we believe that a full year test series, which is an alternative to a mentorship program, is not sufficient to help a student to crack this examination. Because in a full year test series, what happens is that you have a commitment only once in a week.
Right.
And since it's one test in a week, you always have the confidence that I can do this test along with the next test in the next week. And you keep carrying it forward, and the attrition is extremely high. So in AIM, what we did was that we created daily targets, daily tasks, which is being followed up by a person individually who is tracking you. And I think that would make a difference. That's what I believe would make a difference. Notes, answer writing, test solving through a intensive process that's very meticulously designed.
Right. And sir, is there any mechanism to gauge their performance? Like how these students were able to make out that yes, their preparation is going on track and everything?
I think their ability to write holistic answers, their ability to solve questions in prelims is another thing that we know. And we are also constantly tracking how many people have completed how many assignments, how many people have written how many tests. We have a very strong backend. Our portal is probably one of the best in the industry, right? And it tracks everything, right? The analytics is amazing. I think it's unparalleled, right?
I've seen that. It's very detailed.
Very detailed. In fact, we started 2 new features in our prelims portal this time. We have something called as a remedial test. So how this works is that every time a student appears for a prelims test, a fresh paper is created automatically out of all the questions that they have not attempted and all the questions that they have gotten wrong. So the idea was to ensure 100% coverage. So normally what happens, a student writes a test, he solves some questions, he gets some questions wrong, he misses some questions. So through the remedial test, we also have generated a test paper which will be including all the questions that they have gotten wrong and all the questions that they have missed.
Sir, I'm sure by now you must have received awesome feedbacks from the students. So can you please share us?
I think it has been majorly positive. I think if I say that everything has been positive, that would not be a honest response. As a person who has worked in this industry for a long time, we are unable to satisfy everyone. This happens in answers that we provide for tests. Some people want detailed, long solutions. Some people want crisp solutions. Some people want evaluation which will identify their XYZ problem. Some people want a generic evaluation. So it's not, I don't think anybody can satisfy all students. But I can fairly honestly say that 70-80% of the students enrolled in the program are happy with the progress that they have seen in their preparation.
Can you just quote any example which was really outstanding?
I think if I have to quote examples, I think one feedback that I received was that, a student said that, the AIM team has thought of everything possible and they have created that in advance, right? So it's advanced in the sense that, we have in advance thought of all the things that's required for this examination. So we have all types of value addition material. We have all types of handouts. We have recurring revision tests that is being conducted. We have surprise tests. I think we had a couple of surprise tests where we randomly called people for an event and then we said, okay, test likh lo, right? Right? We wanted them to be on their toes that, they're ready to be tested at any point of time. And the whole reward mechanism, I think, I had a student who came and said, this is the first time I'm getting any reward in my whole life. I'm really happy, right? That makes it very promising for us as a program.
And it's a complete package. Surprise tests are there, assessment test, whatever they can think of, everything for their preparation.
See, you can close your eyes and just follow what we have designed. Because if you are able to do this, I had a student come and meet me recently, right? She was a top 100 rank holder. She's already in service. And I was explaining her the AIM program and she said, it's good that I got out of this exam before these students start writing mains. Because I think AIM is a program which is probably what we can say is that, this is how much a top 100 rank holder would prepare. This is the kind of quality preparation that a top 100 rank holder would have. Whether you will get a top 100 rank or not, nobody knows. But if you're able to do this, I don't think there will be a lot of people who will be able to do this. Joining a program is extremely easy. You swipe a card, you make the payment, you're in. Anybody can do that. But to stick to the schedule, following it strictly on a daily basis, we will do our part, right? That we are very confident and we are very meticulous about our commitment towards a program. But anybody who comes and joins it, if they religiously follow this and if they religiously follow their daily tasks, it's going to be an amazing transformation. Right, and it's going to be a lifelong lesson, right? This probably will shape their personality across their life.
Right. So, sir, from batch 1 and batch 2, these students would be appearing for prelims this time. Yes. So, what do they tell you, like how confident they are feeling in?
I think nobody is confident about prelims, right? To be honest, right? Even on the day of examination, I think nobody is confident about any stage of the examination. And like people say, no, a certain amount of inflation is good. I think a certain amount of anxiety in this examination is good.
Is needed.
It's needed because the moment you are complacent or the moment you are overconfident, you're
Nothing
gone.
works.
Nothing works. So I always, I think it's too early to judge how these students would perform in prelims, but they have done their part. They're working hard. We have the prelims phase of AIM going on right now. We have a test happening every alternate day. Right. In fact, we are giving a chocolate to the top 5 students every day. Right. Wherever possible, we are rewarding and we are appreciating their good behavior. And let's see how this goes. We are hoping of great results. We are hoping of people in the top 100 ranks. We are hoping for that. Let's hope that works.
It's true. Like if you are really working hard and somebody appreciates you, your dedication doubles up.
I think it's about tracking the work is being done and appreciating it. There's a very famous quote which says that, whatever gets measured gets improved, right? So we are constantly measuring what you're doing. We're giving you the feedback. And whatever you practice will become who you are, right? Your deeds will become who you are. If you just stick to the AIM schedule and do this task on a daily basis, I think nothing like it.
So, sir, the new batch is coming from 17th of June.
17th of June.
Are we planning any scholarship test or
3 weeks from prelims, 17th of June, Monday. That's when the new batch will start. We have a open scholarship examination scheduled on 28th of April, which will be a full paper of GS. You could probably use this as a simulator paper for your examination also, right? And I think that's the date for the scholarship examination, 28th of April.
So for the batch which we are going to start from 17th of June, what new you have planned for the AIM program?
I think change is constant, right? If you're not changing, you're dying. You have to constantly innovate. You have to try new things. And as a part of AIM program, I think one of the the principles that we follow is that, we try something which is interesting. We check it out, we implement, and we'll see if it works. We'll implement it. We have implemented a lot of suggestions from students. We have implemented suggestions from mentors. And I think in the new batch for 2025, we have a couple of things in mind, which will be implemented. One is a week of dedicated workshops and orientation sessions for various aspects of the examination. We'll have a workshop for note making. We'll have a workshop on answer writing. We'll have a workshop for Prelims, GS and CSAT. We'll have a workshop for current affairs. We'll have a workshop on how to effectively use the program. So the first week, our plan is to orient the student on what they can expect and how can they effectively utilize this program. That's one thing. Second, we have, I think last time around, it was 2 phases. One phase of mains oriented topics and one phase of prelims oriented topics. So this time we have a prelims mains oriented topics first phase, almost 12 weeks, then mains exclusive topics 12 weeks, and then prelims intensive topics. So because of this 3-layer division, what has happened is that a prelims oriented mode would start in early December.
Okay.
Right? So from December onwards, students would be highly prelims focused. And this gives them 6 months of dedicated intensive time on prelims. Because prelims is by far the toughest part of this examination. Prelims is an elimination round, and most of the students who have joined us in AIM are students who have been unsuccessful at clearing prelims. So we believe that it's our responsibility to train and give maximum effort on prelims as much as possible.
Right.
So December, January, February, March, April, May. 6 months would be highly prelims oriented in terms of its testing, in terms of its content, etc. So we have added more than 100 hours of value-added enhancement sessions for prelims, purely from prelims perspective. Like we'll take a subject and we'll discuss high relevance theme from that subject for prelims, right? We have created prelims practice workbooks this time. So there's a workbook of polity, which will have theme-wise and topic-wise practice questions for prelims. Like that for other important subjects for prelims also. And I think we are going in with more experience. The portal has been updated with more features and more tracking mechanisms. We have a more experienced mentors and team who is going from a year to year, right? The assignments have...
And this time we'll have to build up a bigger team.
We definitely have a bigger team, right? We have dedicated space. We have... it's going to be an exciting experience. I'm really excited, looking forward to June when the program starts. We have been working in the background on updating everything from I think December. We spent 6-7 months researching things, what we have to do, how to update the portal, how to update the whole experience. AIM is an experience, right? In the end, it is that is a key takeaway. In fact, that's what worked for us in the first year also, that after the first batch, after the first month, a majority of students who came were friends and people who were known to the first batch students, because they felt that it transformed their preparation. And we are aspiring to do the same experience this time as well.
So, sir, what advice you would like to give to the students who are planning to enroll this year in the AIM program?
I think the AIM program is not for students who do not have subject knowledge, right? It would be impossible for students who have not done a foundation or completed the entire syllabus. It would be impossible. Second, don't come join AIM as a hobby. Right? It's not a hobby, it's a project. Right? You have to dedicate time, invest effort. It's not going to be easy. Right?
And just joining the program will not help them clear the exam.
Joining is the easiest part,
yeah.
right? It's easy, right?
They'll have to work as per their mentors, and
you'll have to work extremely hard as you probably can think of, maybe harder than what you have worked in your entire life so far. We'll be behind your life. We will push you to meet the targets. We will regularly give you value addition material. But again, I think if anybody is able to fulfill the requirements of AIM, that's going to be the best attempt that you can give at this examination. Success is not in our hand, but definitely AIM, fully invested and fully involved AIM student can confidently say that I have done everything I can do to clear this examination.
At least the student will have that thing in their mind that they have given their best after joining.
I think when you're exposed to this many themes of questions and note making and answer writing and test solving and rigorous daily schedule, revision tests, surprise tests, right? I should not have told about the surprise test.
Nothing can hold them back.
It's not impossible. We are only expecting 5 hours of your day. But if you want to give your best attempt, if you want to work on your next attempt, we are here to support you. We will give our best. I think this we'll confidently say, because I have a daily meeting with my mentors. I follow, I track, we're constantly monitoring what the student is saying. We're constantly taking feedback, right? And we are fully invested in this program. I think last year when the program started, I think I said something like, my career is at stake. Right? Yes. Because when we designed this, it was very intensive. And we have worked like that. We have invested our time and effort and everything on this. And I'm fortunate that I have the best team with me, right? I'm just the front face of this program, but the program runs well because of the great team that is behind this program. Be it the mentors, be it the content team, be it the logistics team, be it the software team. Even the software team responds at 12 o'clock in the night. It's amazing, right? Yeah. I'm fortunate to have attracted the right team to run a program like this.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your time and your valuable inputs. I'm sure these students will definitely benefit out of.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your valuable time.
So students, if you encounter any kind of obstacles in your preparation journey, then AIM is the program that you're looking for. Under the guidance of personalized mentorship and proper support, you will definitely succeed in your examination. For any more details, you may anytime visit our website, or you may even speak to our academic counselor or visit the institute in person. Thank you so much.